Sway in the Morning, Shade 45. Welcome to the show. You're just now tuning in. We got Tracy G, we got Heather B, and we have our official fourth member of the show now. As soon as she does her Sway in the Morning drop for us, the one and only Naturi Naughton is on the line with us too, man. She can sing. Hey, how you doing?
What's up? Good morning.
What's up,
Good
man?
morning.
You know, that was kind of a tactic right there. You can fade that down, Adam. I wanted you to hear 7th Streeter because
she killed that.
She killed that shit, right, Naturi, right?
I was over here like, is that about to be the new single dropping this week? Like, what's going on?
She killed that. And she came in the studio and she just kind of took a song and she wrote to it, and we came back live, and it's amazing. And, you know, whenever I hear amazing voices, I always want to try to document it and maybe have them do something for the show. And you have an amazing voice. That's how I got to know you, through your amazing voice. And
we go way, way, way back.
Way back. This was before the big screen. You know.
What did you say?
I said, would you mind doing us a drop one day, too? Maybe you could sing us something.
You know, I got you. I mean, it's a little early in the morning today, but I got you. 7 killed that. So maybe I'll do something for you that you could play during breaks or something. I got you.
Okay, Torey Naughton, give her a round of applause. I like that. I'm gonna get your information and hold you to the fire.
You could call me anytime. I got you.
I appreciate it. It's so much to talk about with you right now.
I know, right? It's a lot going on.
It's a lot going on. So what I'm gonna do is start with the not the field and where you act. I want to talk about what you're really doing, and that's and I know you've been sponsoring. Heather, I knew you would appreciate this because you both represent Jersey really hard.
That's a fact.
Naturi has her website, NaturiFeeds.com, and you've been sponsoring free dinners in New Jersey, correct?
Yeah, actually, it started in Brooklyn. I'm doing New Jersey, and actually, right now is the first day of St. Croix, the Virgin Islands, which is where my family is from. So I wanted to do something really in some of the places that I call home. I grew up in East Orange, New Jersey.
Okay.
So I had to take care of Jersey. I did East Orange, Newark, Orange, and essentially all 100 families get free meals for an entire week. And we're doing balanced meals. I've partnered with Black-owned restaurants. I'm basically funding the restaurants to pay for these meals so that people who are in need right now in the middle of COVID-19 are getting good meals like fish and chicken and vegetables and pasta. I did Negril in Brooklyn, Southern Comfort in Orange, New Jersey, and King's Restaurant in Newark, New Jersey. And now I'm doing Sabone in St. Croix. So it's been a big thing for me. I just felt moved to help people.
Yo, Southern Comfort. I think I was trying to go to Southern Comfort once, right, Heather?
It's good.
Yeah, those are good. Naturi said it's good.
I love food. I'm a foodie, so I'm over here in the middle of the quarantine. I'm over here finding new things to cook and recipes. If you look at my Instagram, I did a crab boil and fried whiting. I love to cook and eat. So I just wanted to make sure people who can't afford, a bunch of groceries, and people who can't get a hot meal, or their kids are, not in school, it's hard to feed an entire family. And I'm a new mom, and I only have one child. I can't imagine what the struggle is like to feed, 3 children or 4. So that's why I started the initiative, NaturiFeeds.com, through my foundation.
Oh, man, that's incredible. Heather cooks for about 50 every weekend. Maybe you could give her some advice.
Oh, wow.
You know what it is, Naturi. Hi, how you doing? Congratulations, because I'm great. And the last time you came up to Sirius, when we all saw you last in the studio, you were pregnant with your child. So congratulations on everything, delivering a healthy baby.
I was going to say, that might have been 2 years ago because she's 2. Yeah, it might have been a little more than 2 years. That's crazy. So, I was probably really together. Pregnant.
No, yeah, but we were happy for you, so it's all good.
Thank you.
And thank you. And it's so funny that you would mention just feeling that need to give back and do something, because that was on my spirit as well. And although it's not on a larger scale with you, but it's just proof positive that you could just start where you are. Like you said, you were moved to do something in Jersey first. The same with me and cooking from home, and you'd be surprised.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and then you'd be surprised how many people that it helps. Do you think with what you're doing now, even after the quarantine and everything is over, you will still continue to do it with your foundation, and continue to feed families?
Yeah, I actually feel like I have been pushed into my purpose in during this time. Yes. And I know, it sounds cliche, but as an actress, I've been in the music business. I've been on Broadway. I'm an actress on Power. But I feel like the reason why I've been given, such blessings and, thankfully the opportunity to do so much in my community is my purpose. And I want to continue through my foundation feeding families, but also my foundation is called Naturi's Dreamers Foundation. And I started it really like 2 years ago, but I wanted to do things that also give young, aspiring entertainers, actors, performers, the motivation that they can do it too, because, I came from the hood in East Orange, and a lot of people think like, oh, you got to be in California, or you got to have a family that's famous. And I just wanted to help young dreamers feel inspired. So not only am I going to continue with this initiative, Naturi Feeds, however I can, even if it's monthly or if I can do something every once in a while to help the community, but I also want to put in place workshops to inspire performers, because that's how I started. I was just a little girl who said, oh, I want to be a singer like Whitney Houston, and I wound up being able to literally live my dream. So I just want to help other dreamers out there.
Dope.
Whitney Houston, y'all be really repping Jersey, boy. Whitney Houston.
Oh, we super proud. And Whitney from East Orange, Newark, like right from my hood. She made me believe. That's how I got, started. And then 3LW came, and my whole career took off as a teenager.
That's amazing. Tracy, you want to jump in?
Yeah, Naturi Dreamers.
Hey.
Hey, love. I'm thinking about that word, and I'm wondering, what would you say to someone who has been dreaming for a while, trying to manifest, and they've reached a stage where they don't know if they should let this dream expire and then seek out new, or if they should just activate their endurance and carry on?
Ooh, I love that. Activate your endurance. That sounds like a commercial, girl. We need to hashtag that. Activate your endurance. Hashtag that. Okay? No, but that's crazy, because I think it depends on, you being honest with yourself and transparent about what it is that your dream is. I'm not going to lie. Everybody's dream is not meant to be, or is not going to necessarily come to fruition. You have to be real with yourself, and you also have to, honestly engage and see if your gift is competitive enough in the industry. Everybody is not meant for this business. Everybody is not meant, to go after the dream that, sometimes your dream is placed in you to challenge you, and sometimes it shifts as you grow as a person. It can change. As you mature, you start to reevaluate if that's a dream because someone told you to, or because of the pressure of the world. You just have to really think deeply. But I would say, if you know in your heart, let's say you've been through the trenches and, you want to be an actress, or you want to be, a politician or a lawyer, or, or a singer, whatever it is that you want to do, make sure that you surround yourself around other great people who do that, so they can be your mentors, essentially. And so they can also guide you. If your dream is going to, come to fruition, you might have to put in a little extra work. You might have to start self-promoting. You might have to take a class or get better. The learning never stops. So I would just tell them to stay focused on the craft and surround yourself with people who have already proven to do it well, like mentoring you into your greatness.
Amen.
Naturi Naughton is here. Give her a big round of applause. We were talking about Yeah, I love her. I love your energy right now.
I'm hyped. I'm hyped.
All right, come on, let's
New
get
York.
it.
It's crazy in New York right now, so I'm happy to. Well, you're in New York too, right, Sway?
Yeah, I'm in Harlem. I'm in the thick of Harlem right now. I ain't nothing changed.
Harlem.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm in
Stand up.
Brooklyn.
Okay, yeah. Ever since you played Lil Kim, you can't get out of Brooklyn, huh?
I know, right?
Yeah, you've been in Brooklyn ever since. Hey, you and Kim ever talk about the role?
No, unfortunately, I never got to connect with Little Kim the way I wanted to. I have nothing but love and respect for her. It's unfortunate. You know, I mean, she's even still to this day publicly talking about me and the character. I don't get it, but what I will say is I worked really hard on playing Little Kim. It was my first role. I was scared. I was nervous. I did reach out to her. I wanted her approval and her guidance. And I believe, honestly, you know, we're both mothers now. I just believe that one day we will have an opportunity to really just put all the extra peripheral nonsense aside and just, you know, talk. And because I didn't write that script. I was just a young actress, you know, trying to make it. So I have all love and respect for her, and hopefully we can chat one day.
I'm sure.
If she's open to it.
Yeah, she's beautiful. I rode on the plane with her for 4 hours. I've known Kim for years. I just think things get in the way. But if y'all got in person, both y'all got beautiful spirits. I'm sure it will connect.
Thank you. I've heard that too. I can't wait to like have that moment where I've heard nothing but like, you know, good vibes from her. So it's all good.
Nothing but good vibes, yo. I've never got anything but from Kim. Same with you, though. That's why I think it'll work. Now, we were talking earlier about this movie, Emperor, and I want to play a clip from it real quick and come back and talk about who is this character you're playing and who is actually Emperor. So let's play a clip. This is based on a real-life story. Here it is.
Okay.
I've taken lashes my whole life to keep my family safe. But they will never whip my son again. You do this and you're dead. I'm already dead.
You gotta go.
He's smart. They say he's African royalty. They call him Emperor.
If you can't take the heat, don't light the fuse.
You know why they call me Emperor? Because my granddaddy was a king.
It's too risky.
You're going to get yourself killed. It's the only way I can free my son.
You got to get out of here.
You're not just your slave anymore. You're a symbol.
Yeah, man, that's the movie Emperor right there. And it's about Shields Green. And I knew the name in the story from learning it as a kid. And we studied Nat Turner, all these different folks and abolitionists who were around during those slave times, and Frederick Douglass and Shields Green. So it who only lived about 23, 24 years, I believe, before he was killed. Can you tell us the story of Shields Green and how did you come into this role?
Well, I mean, I can give you a brief because it's probably a history lesson, like you said. And it's so good that you learned that as a kid because I actually didn't know much about Shields Green when I got offered to do this. I'm really just, you know, it's a supporting role of Sarah Green, who actually was Shields' wife. And Shields Green was really one of the catalysts that started, you know, the movement of, there was a lot of abolitionists, but he helped with the raid at, it was a Dobbs Ferry, and he, with John, what's his name? Like, I'm like trying to remember.
John Brown.
John Brown. So essentially, I just know that Shields really, you know, unfortunately he didn't live, and he tried to overtake, and he ran away and overtake and free slaves. That's what kind of in the same fashion that Nat Turner did. But my character is his wife while he's still a slave, supporting, you know, trying to support him. But unfortunately, his dream of, you know, freedom and freeing other slaves didn't quite come the way he wanted, but he was one of the, with like Nat Turner, he was one of the leaders that helped to be a catalyst in that movement during this time. So the movie Emperor, and he was called Emperor because his ancestry was said, you know, like all of us, we are kings and queens, but he knew his lineage and that his family came from a line of kings.
Yeah.
So from Africa, and I think that's why people refer to him as Emperor. It's a powerful story. Unfortunately, the movie was supposed to come out right before this whole Corona thing happened, so the theaters closed the week that we were debuting, and the movie didn't get a chance to hit theaters yet. So I think they're trying to figure out how to put it out, maybe on Netflix or something.
Your range of roles have been so impressive for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know.
I went from Tasha to a slave. Like, I have no discrimination. At the end of the day, I was dressed in Tom Ford on Monday and slave ripped up in all kind of slave attire on Friday. At the end of the day, I like characters that help me to push out of my comfort zone and really explore the truth, because it doesn't matter what time set, you know, the movie is set in. If you can, you know, tell a story and make people connect to a character and it feels real and authentic, you know, from doing Notorious in the 90s and Tasha St. Patrick, which has been 6 seasons on Power, and then Emperor, and even other films. I mean, you know, from whatever it is.
The Client List.
Playboy Bunny.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think it's about finding characters that show, you know, versatility, but also show vulnerability in our humanity.
So how hard was it to play the Playboy Bunny?
How hard was it? Oh, yeah. I loved playing a bunny, actually. That was so much fun. Unfortunately, the show, the Playboy Club, got canceled, like, super quick. But that was in, 2011? I got to play the first African-American. It was, you know, my character was based on the first African-American bunny. They called her the Chocolate Bunny. And I actually met the woman who was, you know, one of the first hired Playboy bunnies at the club. The club was very sophisticated, you know. I mean, despite what people thought about Playboy the brand, it was no, like, you know, sex and things the way they thought it was happening. To be a bunny was very, like, high profile and sophisticated, and I loved it. I mean, the corset was tight as hell, and I couldn't breathe long breaths, but hey, I was okay.
Okay, Naturi Naughton is here. Sacrificing for the craft. I'm not mad at that.
That's what you got to do, honey.
Listen, this power franchise has proven to be a juggernaut, you know, and it came at a time when programming like this wasn't necessarily embraced, or maybe it was just overlooked, you know, and 50 Cent as his EP definitely helped to bring a lot of attention to this franchise. But not only that, Omari, yourself, Joseph, Lala, Michael, all these, Rotimi, all of these folks, Shane, all these folks played, and I love Lorenz on it, Lorenz Tate, all these folks, man. The acting just grew to be almost theater, like, you know, it was like it was. It just seemed like each time any of y'all jumped in the scene, you worked to elevate each other, and it just each episode.
So true.
Was it like that? Like, cause y'all just got so solid in your roles and your characters. What was it like? Well, y'all
that's so funny you say that, because that's how we all felt. And one thing I will say about the world of Power, you know, from the very beginning, our chemistry was special. When I first did my chemistry test with Omari Hardwick, who played, you know, Ghost, my husband for 6 years, my crazy husband. But it was interesting to see how we all just clicked. My chemistry with him and Joe Shakora and Lala, you know, playing Lakeisha, Tasha's best friend, it was amazing. And all throughout the years, you know, we had a lot of characters come and die and go. Like, a lot of people came and went. But, you know, we were able to build something so special that I think we knew we were the underdogs. And when you're the underdog, of a network, for example, Stars, we were not HBO or Showtime. Some people didn't even know what the heck Stars was. They were like, where's that show come on? I don't have that channel. So we had to really prove ourselves and work for the credit. We had to work for our fans, and we became social media trending topics. Power parties started to become the norm. People were constantly, predicting who was going to die this week. Yeah. So I think when you have that underdog mentality, it does make the work and the acting and, everybody levels up. Yeah. Because when Lorenz Tate joined the show, for example, I was like, oh my gosh, like I grew up watching this man. I was obsessed with him from Love Jones. Ladies, y'all know what I'm talking about. Ooh, oh yes, there is Love Hawk and get it, okay? But I just remember. I mean, it's crazy. Everything about these characters and the actors really pushed us to be great. And, to have 50 Cent, this music mogul, but also a business minded, he really helped the show have that flavor, that certain musical element that kept it closer to the streets. And then Courtney Kemp, who wrote the hell out of this show, as a woman, a black woman, showrunner, writer, I'm just in awe of her mind to even write these characters. So for me, I was coming into it like, I got to kill every scene, everything I speak. Even if I don't even have no lines, I'm going to kill it. And I think that's how, when Rotimi joined the show, he killed it. Lorenz and, Joseph Shakur, Lala, like you said, Shane, everybody. And, of course, Omari, we just didn't want to settle for mediocre. And we knew that, as a black show, with, for me being the black female lead of the show, I wanted to make my presence known, and thank God that we did that.
That's so funny that you said all of this, and I'm glad that you have had the opportunity today with us to kind of like go into a little more depth about how you guys felt, because I remember initially like Empire coming out and then Power coming, and then depending on where you were geographically.
No, Power was first.
Power coming out in an Empire, and depending on where you were geographically, to your point, I think Empire being on Fox, it was promoted big and all of this other kind of stuff, and where a place like Stars, you could feel lost. But Naturi, I just want to tell you, like in the hood, Power was like everybody started talking about yo, you seeing Power. It felt like it just came out of nowhere and overtook like more like the commercial, if you know what I mean, like this commercial thing that was happening on Fox. Even though Empire was good, Power just had that, it was the people's champ is what I'm trying. It just felt like the people's champ. Go ahead.
Exactly. And that's what we wanted to be, the raw, like I said, when you're the people's champ or the underdog and you speaking straight to your audience, straight to the hood, straight to people who know what's up, like who really have experienced, some of the themes in our story. It's really a drug dealer trying to go straight. Ghost is just trying to get out, and he wants a bad guy gone good, but how the world of bad keeps pulling him back. And that's a story that I think anybody can relate to, even if it's not connected to drugs. It's just we all trying to level up. Yeah. And Ghost is just trying to level up, but some people are like, you ain't about to leave me in the dust.
They don't
want
to see
you level up. So I agree with you. But Empire was so different, and I just feel like when they came out, everybody, pinned us against each other. All that. I mean, it became a big thing.
It was great marketing, man. Honestly, man, I used to love
when it benefited us more. People were like, "What's Power?"
Yeah, when Taraji and 50 would go at each other, it was the funniest thing, But it brought attention, and it worked out, and both shows stood the test of time. And now we're talking Power Book 2, Ghost. Yep, and you're coming back. Congratulations on that. They couldn't do it without you. And I know Mary J is in this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mary
we can say that. Okay, and Method Man.
Method Man.
Yeah. But the production stopped, or what's the status of things?
Yeah, so we actually were almost done shooting Ghost. We were, I think, approaching episode 9, and we got shut down, right, because we're shooting in Brooklyn. That's why I live in Brooklyn, because the show shoots in Brooklyn. the stages that we built are in Brooklyn. I think we definitely hope and pray that we get to finish, but because we only have 2 more episodes left, it's a 10-episode season for Ghost, and Ghost is going to be so good, y'all. Like, it's literally, the continuation spinoff of Power, but done with so many twists and turns, and Michael Rainey Jr. is killing it. As Tariq, my wayward, crazy son that I can't seem to get his ass in check. Oh, I should have beat him. I should have gave him a good whooping.
Told you, Sway. I've been telling you,
he didn't get what he needed.
You got to beat the kids. I was like, you just got to talk to him right.
He needed more.
Ghost was trying to talk to him,
That's why he messed up. And you see where Ghost ended up talking to folks.
Wow.
Damn, Naturi.
Jersey.
I'm
Jersey, stand up.
Yeah. So is it true the spinoffs, the book 3, book 4, book?
Oh yeah.
Book
so
5?
We got a few. Yep.
Damn,
there's going to be 4 other spinoffs. So of course with Power, we have ended that, but then Ghost is shooting right now. Then Raising Kanan was coming next, and then there's another one called Influence, and there was another one called Force. Those have not been in. They were kind of, more ideas, and they were going to be written and put together. But we were well into Ghost, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, the show will still come out by summer because we anticipate that this quarantine will be over soon. Like, I'm hoping in the next month. And then we can just wrap up the last couple episodes, and it will still air on Stars this summer. So, I just want, for all the Power fans out there, don't worry. You'll have something to watch while we go through all of this. It'll be coming on still.
Naturi, I just want to say congratulations. You have built you've built a career.
Killing it.
Thank you.
Okay, and
wait, can I shout out my music coming? Because you know me from music. I got some.
Come on, let's
I've been
do
in
it.
the studio and working on a Naturi album. I'm in the process of getting back to my first love again. A lot of people don't know. Some people don't even know that I started in music. They see Power and they think I started as an actress, but I made the transition. And Sway, you've always supported me, which I appreciate. But soon and very soon, we gotta have another chat, and I gotta send you some records. I've been working with Troy Taylor. I was in Atlanta actually before all the quarantine thing popped off. I had just finished some records with Troy that are ridiculous.
Troy's
Taylor's
ridiculous. Yes.
He's a beast. And then I got joints with Logic, my boy Lamont Coleman, Eric Hudson in LA. I'm super excited. So I just want all my fans keep asking me, when's music? You sing. And I'm just trying to be strategic about it and smart because I know the music business kind of burned me. And I was very, very leery about coming back into that space. But I feel like, when God gives you a gift, you got to use it. So I cannot wait for y'all to hear the music coming soon.
I just DM'd my information to you on your Instagram.
Oh,
okay?
did you? Yay.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
So shoot me a text.
You.
What did you do with Logic?
So this is Lamont Coleman. It's not the Logic girl because there's 2 Logics. He's been my good friend for years. His producer name is Logic. Lamont Coleman is his name, but a lot of people get mixed up on which Logic. But he's super dope, too. There's 2 Logic. But the Logic that I've been working with, Lamont Coleman, he started with Jerry Wonder. I met him, through Platinum Studios because we're all Jersey, Jerry and Clef. Lamont is a super talented producer. And we started this process of me really talking about my pain, talking about, my breakup, being a single mom. I just started writing music that was my therapy, and it turned into, a really fun exploration process as a woman, and then got introduced to Troy Taylor, and that's been such a blessing. So I'm excited for y'all to hear.
What being a single mom, and then I'll let you go. I just didn't even factor in that part. Okay.
I'm enjoying talking to y'all. This is good.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, great. You know how we do, but what's been the hardest part about being a single mom? And what's part has been most rewarding to you?
Oh, well, like the hardest part, I mean, literally right now, my daughter, who is 2.5, she's in the other room watching Frozen so that I could quietly have this interview with you all. It takes a lot of patience, but a lot of organizing and doing things on my own. But it's actually made me stronger. And the good part and the rewarding part is being so involved in her growth and watching her grow. And her dad is, in her life as well. So we're just not together. But for me, I do a lot of things that I never thought I could do. Like I put together a crib before. Like I was amazed that I could do that. Or certain things that, I think my daughter, Zuri, she gets to see her mom be strong and be, her hero as a woman. I think that's an example that I want her to see, but I also want her to learn, how to be loved and not to just accept anything. So I think when you make a choice to be, a mother, it's a choice, but also to do it a single mother. So I applaud anyone out there, single dads too. Like it's a job.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the reward is knowing that you got to be there every step of the way, helping shape a little human into being an amazing person. And I'm watching an amazing person grow before my eyes. So I feel like God just blessed me with another layer of life. When I got, pregnant, I was really scared and I didn't think I could do it. But, he continues to show me how strong I am. So I think that's the blessing.
Yo, you're powerful. I'm so happy
Amen.
for you. Man, thank you for this conversation. You just gave me a boost of energy. Keep going.
Oh,
Keep going.
Thank you, Sway.
Okay.
You always do that for everyone. Your career and your journey and all of you guys, I listen. I appreciate what you guys do, but particularly Sway, you've known me since I was like 15 years old.
Yeah, I know, right?
I just want to say thank you for, and I'm getting up there now. I got a birthday coming up.
Oh,
Maybe
please.
I'll do a quarantine Zoom party, and
Okay.
my birthday is May 20th. But I just want to say I appreciate you for real. Like
It's all
we
love.
definitely I'm gonna hit you after this so we can stay in contact and I could shoot you over some music.
Please shoot me the music. I saw a
That's
picture
dope.
of us from years ago, some MTV thing.
Yes.
Yo, yes, you look like you was in the 7th grade.
I know, right? I think I might have saw. Can you wait? Was it on Instagram? I feel like
I think it was on Instagram or something. I didn't save it. I should have saved it. If I see it
I
again,
know.
I'll shoot
If
it to you.
comes up again. Shoot
Okay.
it to me because then I'll post it for Throwback Thursdays.
Okay. Yeah, boy. But Naturi Naughton, give her a round of applause. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Keep going. Look for Emperor. Look for Power Book 2. Look for it all.
And
Look for new
Naturi
music.
Feeds.
Okay. And NaturiFeeds.com. Check out what she's doing, especially if you're in Jersey. All right.
Yes.
Take care, Naturi. We love you.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right.
Love you guys too. I appreciate you. Y'all have
All
a
We
good day.
appreciate you too.
You too.
Boy.